Welcome to Yarn Adventure. So, if you've been following along with all of our journeys over the last 2 years, Dean and I have done a lot of great things with indie dyed yarns and supporting small businesses across the country. And we're really, really excited about where each year takes us. So, last year, well, we started in July of 21. And so once we did that, we did a full year of, all right, what's what can we do? Where can we go? Who can we meet? And making connections. And so that first year, we did about 28,000 miles on the truck. And we attended, I believe, 25 fiber festivals and shows. We were open for about 55 days with the doors open in the truck. And it was really a great experience for me as someone who has been in the yarn industry for a while. And so I was really excited about getting a chance to be back in it, and after COVID and all those fun things. And before that, I taught knitting classes, and before that, even I had a yarn store, a brick and mortar, when we lived in Muncie, Indiana. And before that, I taught elementary school. So we have definitely gone around and done a lot of things. Dean works every other week currently in healthcare, and he's been a really big part of what we have been able to do. So usually he travels with me on the weeks when he can, and the other weeks I have a friend who travels with me. So the yarn truck is my full-time job, and I very much love it. I love driving it around. I love driving around Ellie and being the yarn truck lady. Last year in July, we started a newsletter, an email newsletter, which highlights what's new on the truck, where we've been, and where we're going. And so it's just those three basic things. And usually we featured different makers and designers and places that we go. And so it's been a really exciting thing to see that grow as we have grown. Last year, to July 22 to July 23, we've done about a little more than 35,000 miles on the truck, and we've been open about 67 days. So we increased those numbers, and because there's just more to do and more to see. So we've been traveling and doing all the stuff, and I've been picking up new hobbies. So I have my e-spinner here, and over here I have my Dean and Bean sock machine, and I do sock tubes, and I knit, and I teach crochet classes sometimes. So I get to do a lot of really fun stuff all the time. So this year I've been threatening for a while to start a YouTube channel. And so it's been up for a little bit. If you've been noticing, it's been sitting here with nothing on it, but I've decided that here we go. So our very first thing that I want to talk about is that starting with July of 23, we're going to start adding more adventures into this grand yarn adventure that we have started. So first up is our new curated boxes. So these are going to be boxes featuring makers from certain states, which I'm so very excited about because I get to work with all these wonderful people that I don't always get to work with. So the very first one is Virginia, which we have Cesium Yarn, Aster Fiber Co., Yarn Over Floyd, 80 Knits, and Furhaven Farm, and Twin Mountain Handcrafts. So they're contributing things to the box, and we are so very excited about that. That's going to come out July 15th, 2023. That'll be on our website, and we're really excited about sharing that with you guys and seeing where that's going to take us. So basically, anytime we go to a new state and a show, we'll be adding a box. So we have Virginia, and then we'll be in August is Michigan, when we already have almost everything in for Michigan. So I'm really excited about that, how that's coming together. And then in October, we'll be releasing Texas. Yes, I know we skipped September, but we are going to be in Virginia for Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival in September. So we have all the boxes there for that one. They are limited run. There's only about 40 for each state. So definitely, if you see something you like, let us know, because we definitely want you to be a part of that. And then, so yeah, we're going to be doing that, and we'll be reaching out to some more vendors and makers as the year goes on, and we have lots of really great plans about that. So, this is really awkward to stand here and sit in my living room and just chat with you because I don't know, it's weird. But so we just got back from Zombie Apocalypse, which was super fun. I love going and meeting and spending time with people. It's probably my favorite part. And sometimes the part I miss the most about owning a yarn truck versus owning a brick and mortar yarn store. I miss that community that I get to build. And so going to things like retreats and or same shows over and over, or teaching classes at places that I get to go to, I get to build that community in other ways. And so I've really been working on that, especially with other yarn trucks as well, of setting up times where we can really be social with each other and build those relationships that last beyond right now, one day, one time. And I think the YouTube channel is really going to help with that. So, yeah. And the next big thing that we're doing is Dean and I have decided that we are going to take the yarn truck full time for both of us. So what that means is my husband's going to be quitting his job in healthcare, and he's really burnt out, and he's ready to move into a different direction. And what better way to do that than with the yarn truck that we already own and that we already love and spend a lot of our time doing. So he's going to be joining me with that, and he'll be traveling with me full time. What does that mean for you? Which is really exciting, because we're going to start by paring down our home, which is going to be about a 9-month process, and getting ready to hit the road all the time. So we're actually going to be selling our house in rural Arkansas, and then we are going to are working on purchasing a new Class C RV, and it will be professionally gutted, and set up as a yarn store / living area. So we will have an opportunity to, sleep in the yarn truck and have a place for ourselves in there. But a lot of the time we're going to be traveling and spending time with friends and family, and sleeping in your driveways, those kind of things. So it'll be a lot of fun to do, to see the country that way. Dean and I have traveled pretty extensively over the last 13 years that we've been married, and we love going. So we're on our second go around of all 50 states, and the yarn truck, we intend on having a map, and we would love to take her to all 48 continental states. We will not be taking her to Alaska, unfortunately, the new truck. But we will definitely embark on some new adventures all over the place, and I'm really excited about that. If you are got questions about that, please let us know. I would love to chat about them and how we came to this decision. And yes, I know you see my lovely yarn stash behind me and all my projects back there. I will be figuring out a way to incorporate at least some of the yarn into my personal yarn stash into our lives there. But we'll also have my sister who lives around here, and then where we currently live, and then my parents, and Dean's parents also have opened up their homes to us. So we're really, really, really excited about hitting the road and planning and embarking on this new adventure. So if you've ever met us before in person, you know that once we decide to do something, it's happening. We are all in. We do a lot of research. We do a ton of planning. And ultimately, Yarn Adventure was the vehicle that we wanted to continue with. So it's always been our dream to live in a van. So we've been working toward that for a long time, and so I don't really know another way to put it. It's just what we're doing. So I just wanted to do some chatting about different things, and that's what the YouTube channel is going to be about, is about our process of kind of making ourselves smaller, our footprint, living in a smaller space, and paring down and what's going to go where, and that whole process. Also about converting the van and making it a space that you guys can shop in and be excited about yarn and those fiber communities, and then also our planning process of how that we embark on going about working with yarn stores and fiber festivals, local knit groups, all kinds of things like that, to build a community as well and go and visit those people. So we are so very excited to do this, and I hope you'll join us for more of this journey. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really know how to end this, so I'm just gonna say happy crafting, and I will see you guys.